Hi guys, this is Schwaku7, and I'm in the process of creating a fifth home gym inside one of my spare bedrooms. This YouTube video is on the Smith machine that I purchased from Temu.com, which in my opinion is the best place to buy affordable exercise equipment at the moment. And Donald Trump has pledged to raise the tariff on Chinese goods by 60% and on all other global imports by 10 to 20%. And it looks like he's going to win the election. And my advice, and what I'm doing right now, is buying as much exercise equipment as I can before the tariffs are imposed. And this is an article from PBS, Public Broadcasting System. And it's entitled, Trump Favors Huge New Tariffs, How Do They Work? As president, Trump imposed tariffs with a flourish, targeting imported solar panels, steel, aluminum, and pretty much everything from China. Tariff man, he calls himself. This time he's gone much further. He has proposed a 60% tariff on goods from China and a tariff of up to 20% on everything else the United States imports. Go ahead and do your due diligence. To me, this is not a political issue, but a practical issue. That is, whether you should buy exercise equipment now before the 60% tariff is imposed on Chinese goods and up to 20% tariff on all other global imports. If you're thinking about buying exercise equipment, I would suggest you do it by Inauguration Day 2025 because the prices of exercise equipment is going to go up. And this includes exercise equipment from Canada like Pepin, Bells of Steel, or from other countries like Eleiko, which is known for its barbells and weight plates. And there's multiple listings for this exercise machine. This one's for $307.98. So if you find a cheaper price, you can request a credit refund, like I did, and which I received. These are the dimensions. It's 86.2 inches high, and is 50.4 inches wide and 58.3 inches deep. It has a pull-up bar, lap bar, Smith attachment, bar holder, storage pen, foot pedals, band peg, and a landmine attachment with a low row bar. Being able to use resistance bands on this machine is a plus. It has a multi-grip pull-up bar, non-slip grip. The weight capacity for the uprights is 1,000 pounds. The weight capacity on the Smith bar is 500 pounds. It has a 1,000-pound weight capacity on the safety support hook. It's a 1-to-1 pulley ratio, 300 pounds weight capacity, loaded storage, and an anti-slip foot pedal. And this is the video on the Temu advertisement. So you can do and squat, pull-ups, and you can use resistance bands. And when you receive it, it'll come in 2 boxes. And the boxes are heavy. This one weighs 35.74 kilograms. And the large box weighs 34.8 kilograms. And I paid $306.78 for this Smith machine. But they issued me a price adjustment refund of $15.14. This is what the boxes look like when you open them. And this is what the parts look like when you take them out of the box, take off the plastic wrap. And there's a lot of plastic wrap. And this box here has the cables and the pulleys. They give you a wrench and the weight posts. And the hardware, the bolts, the nuts, the screws, and the washers, they're on a plastic shrink wrap cardboard packet. And they're labeled, so that's helpful. So I'm going to put this together. And the instruction says Mikolo assembly instructions. And it has a web address, URL, Uniform Resource Locator, gym-mikolo.com. And the instruction says assembly requires at least 2 people. Do not tighten all screws before assembly is complete. Ensure that all accessories are complete. If not, please contact us via email. I'm going to assemble this by myself. Let's see how that goes. So step 1 is connecting these pieces together. And this is the foundation of the frame. And this is the bar holder. So it looks pretty simple. These are the foot plates. And they're pretty solid. I looked in the advertisement. I thought they might be a little flimsy, but these are actually pretty strong. And the metal itself is very heavy. So I thought perhaps since it's Chinese and it's a budget piece of equipment that the metal will be flimsy, but it's actually very heavy. So I was pleasantly surprised to find that out. And step 1 is complete. And pay close attention to the instructions because you have to use different size bolts. The bolts are numbered, but the instructions could be clearer. It would have been better if they had segregated the bolts by steps, but they didn't, so just pay close attention to the instructions so you don't get the wrong bolts. Step 2 is complete, and step 2 is connecting the rails to the frame. On step 3, you're going to want to have a second person to help you here because trying to put this pull-up bar is very difficult when you're doing it by yourself like I am. But what I managed to do was get one bolt in, and then I had to lift this pull-up bar with one arm straight up while I grab another bolt, washer, and nut. And what I did is I pivoted it downward, and I'm going to hook it up that way. That allows me to tighten the bottom 2. Not completely tight, but enough where I can pivot it back and put the other 2 bolts in. But you're going to need a second person for this pull-up bar, because it is difficult. I'm doing it by myself. It is possible, but it's a lot easier if you have that second person. Step 3 is complete. Step 3 was bolting in the pull-up bar to the frame and the side braces. Step 4 is complete. And step 4 was bolting this guide rod to this piece to this piece, which connects to the pull-up bar. But before you put the guide rod in, you have to slide this weight holder, and it slides right on. And you just bolt it here and bolt it here. And it would definitely help to have another person to help you, but I didn't have an extra person, so I just did it myself. But it was difficult because I was holding it up with one arm and trying to bolt it in with the other. It's a little tricky, but I did it. Step 5 is complete. Step 5 was assembling the Smith bar. This piece slides in. Then there's another piece that fits here. And then the adapter, and then you need the end cap. And there's a screw, washer, and spring that you have to attach. And the instructions shows you how to do it, so it's not too hard. I did have to use a mallet to pound the end caps in, but so far the assembly has been pretty easy. Step 6 is complete, and step 6 was connecting the guide rods and the Smith machine catches to the frame. And the guide rods just slip right in. but you have to bolt it to the frame from the top. And it would be good to have a second person to help you, but I did it by myself. And just follow the instructions, because you have to put a washer here, plus a spring and another washer. And the instructions show you how to do that. Step 7 is put in the pulleys. Step 7 is a little tricky, but here's my advice. This is the spacer for the pulley. And what made it easier for me was to put the spacer from inside the hole and put that first before putting your pulley in. And the same thing on the other side. Put your spacers in first from the inside, push it outward on both sides, and then put your pulley in. Step 7 is complete. And step 7 was the hardest of the steps so far. And it was running the cable. The only advice I can give you is take your time putting that cable together and follow the instructions very carefully, because it is tricky and you have to have the cable through your pulleys before you attach the pulleys. And the cable runs on top of this bar and through this recessed hole. And I had to try about 3 different times before I finally got it right. I should have paid closer attention to the instructions. And that's the advice I give to you, is really study this instruction before you install that cable. But it's complete now. So there is a learning curve with this Smith machine, because I wasn't used to using this Smith machine. I used a Smith machine about 20-some years ago. That's been a while. So there is a technique where you have to learn to curve your wrist in so that the catches will go in the holes. And also, when you position yourself, you want to position yourself further back. You don't put your eyes underneath the bar, because you want to go further so that the bar will be on your chest. And that takes a little bit of learning, because at first I had a hard time mastering that skill. But it took me about, I say, a good 20-30 minutes before I finally learned it through rote memorization. But if you put your eyes underneath the bar like you would with an Olympic barbell, that's exactly where the bar is going to go. And it helps to look at the hole. But all in all, I like the machine. It's a nice machine. And for the lat pull down, my advice is give yourself plenty of room. And the same thing for the seated row. And of course, you can do other exercises as well, like high pulls and rows. You can do the tricep press downs. But the good thing about this Smith machine, you can adjust it and you can do inverted body weight rows. And like I said, you can adjust it so you go higher or lower as you desire. But all in all, it's a nice machine. I'm glad I bought it. And I would recommend it. And this is much, much sturdier than what it appears on the ad. And I was pleasantly surprised because I thought it might be flimsier, but it's not. I don't know what gauge steel it is, but it's much heavier and sturdier than what it appears on the ad. And I was very pleasantly surprised to find that out. This is a very sturdy machine, and I'm glad I bought it, and I recommend it. And it gives a different type of muscular tension, much different from Olympic weights or with my Marcy PM4400 home gym or my Titan Fitness chest press or my Soloflex or any other type of bench press, which includes kettlebell bench presses or dumbbell bench presses. I mean, it's a different variety. And to avoid muscular accommodation, you have to change the way you do your exercises, your exercise tools, and even your strength training methods. And I can do that with this machine. So I'm happy I bought it, and I can do all kinds of exercises with it, like curls and presses and tricep press downs and tricep extensions and so on. Okay guys, that's all for this video. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when I upload new YouTube videos. And as always, thanks for watching.